So hello everybody and welcome to a new show here on WePlayLife. I'm going to be learning how to play Dota. Dota 2. This is a game that absolutely fascinates me. I love watching pro games of Dota. I love watching the professionals do all these really fancy shit that I just cannot do. And I wanted to learn how to play Dota, I wanted to get into it for quite a while. I mean, my background is I come from single player gaming. Growing up I would play games like StarCraft, Warcraft. Whenever there was a multiplayer option, I would just ignore it. I would do the single player campaigns, and so I never really developed that a sense that games should be challenging. For me, they were about escapism and story. So coming in now, trying to get into multiplayer games 15 years later, 20 years later, it's really difficult. All these other people, they've been playing multiplayer games, they've been at that level for such a long time. And I really feel like I need to get there. I feel like I'm missing out on a large part of the gaming experience. So I came back to Dota. I've played a lot of bot matches in Dota. Only ever played 2 games against real people, and I did so badly. Like, absolutely terribly. Both games we lost, and both games were definitely my fault we lost. So I'm coming back. I've just gone into the training section, seen that they've got a new teaching system. 6 steps. 1 to learn the basic mechanics, 3 of them trying out different heroes, 1 strength, 1 agility, 1 intelligence. Then you play a co-op match against AI with a bunch of other human players, and then you're dropped into the multiplayer match. So I figured, good series for the channel, let's play through that. Let's see how badly I do. So I'm going to jump straight back into it, going over the mechanics. So, 1 mechanics. Learn the basics of Dota, from controlling your heroes to using the item shop and more. After this short tutorial, you will have a general understanding of the fundamentals of the game. Now this one, I pretty much know all of this already, but I'm going to play it just as the introduction to the series, just so anybody else who's watching who's not played Dota before, not played any MOBAs, they'll have an idea of what I'm doing. So let's start the mechanics tutorial. Welcome to Dota. In this tutorial you will be controlling Luna, a swift hero who throws blades at her enemies from a short distance and summons damaging beams from the sky. You will be playing for the Radiant team against the enemy Dire team. Okay, so down on the minimap here, these green dots this side of the map, that's the Radiant, up here, the red, that's the Dire side. Your hero begins each match at your team's fountain. If you fall in battle, you will respawn here. Being near your team's fountain will quickly restore your health and mana. Movement attack commands are issued by right-clicking where you would like your hero to go, or on what you'd like them to attack. The camera view can be moved by touching your mouse cursor to the edge of the screen. At any time you can center the view on your hero by pressing space. I think you've actually got to double tap space. I think pressing space once will just select the hero. Or hold space maybe. So, right-click to move your hero. Just move from there where it's pointing. Okay, so this is the Ancient. The goal of the game is to destroy the enemy Ancient. Start of every match you're given starting gold, available in the fountain, head back there now, and I can either click on the shop button here, or I can actually click on the shop. Items have several uses in Dota. Some items heal, several passively increase the hero's power, and some provide unique abilities. Notice that the shop displays a list of suggested items for your hero. We recommend that you purchase items from this list as you learn Dota. So I'm just going to do exactly what they're telling me here. So tangos, consume health by eating a tree. Healing cell, consume health as long as you're not damaged. Clarity is the same for mana. Circler increases my attributes, so I've got 3 attributes. Strength, agility, intelligence. So I am a agility focused hero, that's the one I want to be focusing on. Which is why my next item, slip of agility plus 3 agility. So because I'm agility focused, each point in agility is going to increase my base damage as well as the other agility effects, which is every 7 points increase armor. I would have thought that was a strength thing. So I don't know Dota at all. Good thing I'm playing through this starting campaign. Okay, so starting items, just talking me through what I just got there. Tangos, healing salve, clarity, Okay, so here's the map. So we are currently in the Radiant base down here. I think for the tutorial I'm just going to have to take out just a single tower. So there's 3 lanes. Each of them has a series of towers along. Ones on your side will be defending your base, the ones on the enemy side you've got to take out in order to get to the enemy base. So we're going to move up to here between our 2 barracks. Creeps, foot soldiers of war. Your team's foot soldiers, called creeps, will spawn near the edge of your base in each lane every 30 seconds. Creeps automatically march towards the enemy base, attacking any enemy units or buildings they encounter. So you can't control creeps at all, they're just going to wander on their own. First time I played a MOBA, it was a game called Demigod, which was the very first standalone MOBA title. Like before that you had Eon of Strife, and you had the original Dota, which were mods for StarCraft and Warcraft 3. Demigod, I think, was one of possibly the first MOBA title that was released on its own as a MOBA, and I played it, and I had absolutely no clue what it was, because I'd never heard of Dota, I'd never heard of Eon of Strife. I was coming to it thinking it was an RTS, I think maybe something a little bit like Warcraft 3, where it's an RTS, but you've got these controllable heroes. I was frustrated that these guys were wandering off on their own, I couldn't do anything about them, I didn't understand the game at all. I would love to go back and play it again, now I know what I'm supposed to be doing. But I don't even know if it exists anymore. Okay, so these guys, green for Radiant, they are my creeps. So we just follow them up. And there's going to be some enemy units coming up. So the most important thing is last hitting, making sure you get the last hit. It doesn't really matter what damage you do before then. The only thing that's important is getting the last hit. You're going to get experience if it dies near you, whether you killed it or not. Let's try. And we failed. If I got the last hit in, you'd be able to see... Nope, I was too far away. So what I'm going to do now is what I see the pros doing, which is probably going to upset the mic, and I failed. Because what I'm doing is I'm right clicking to attack and pressing S to stop, but because I'm trying to talk as well as play, I'm failing badly. Let's do this. Nope. Nope, not got a single last hit yet. You see, there we go. Unlike last hit bounties, experience points are shared between all nearby allied heroes whenever an enemy is slain. Earning experience points and gaining levels allows you to augment your hero's abilities. Run away. So the tower will damage anything that's near. It's going to focus on creeps first if it can, but once it locks onto you, okay, got a power. Whenever a hero gains a level, they earn a point to spend towards learning or strengthening one of their abilities. Note the ultimate ability, which is the hero's signature power, cannot be learned until level 6. Click on the gold level up +1 button, and then Lucent Beam to learn that ability. So, level up, Lucent Beam. Lucent Beam calls a beam of lunar energy down upon an enemy, damaging and briefly stunning them. So it's going to cost me 90 mana to do 75 damage, and I can do that every 6 seconds as long as I've got mana for it. To use an ability, first activate it by pressing the key shown, so the number 1 there. Then left click on the target.
The sky alight.
I'm really annoyed that I haven't got this. I'm doing really badly with last hits. There we go. Okay, so they're now attacking me. They're still attacking me. Let's pull away a little bit.
Yes. With pleasure.
There we go, that's what I'm trying to do. So like I say, I'm cancelling the attack animation. So the attack is starting. only let me level up that one. Towers retreat if attacked. Towers a lot of health and launch powerful blasts at enemies. Generally they target the closest opposing unit, then continue attacking until that unit dies or leaves its range. If a tower begins attacking your hero, you should retreat before you take too much damage. Destroy the tower to complete the tutorial.
Absolutely.
I think when you're attacking up hills there's a 50% chance that your attack's going to miss with a ranged attack.
We ride.
Yeah, so that missed there. And Razor has joined the... So I've got an enemy hero to face now. Razor is probably one of my favourite heroes.
Death approaches.
I say probably, Razor's one of my favourite heroes.
Who dares? On the hunt. Heads up. Who dares? Blessings upon a loyal warrior. Into battle. Yes. The hunt. Lucent beam.
Didn't really need to do that then. It was kind of a waste of mana because he's just going to go away and heal it. It's going to keep him out of lane for a little bit. So he's not earning experience. I'm leveling up faster than him.
Fear the moon. Heads up.
Now you see the timer at the top of the screen.
Let's go.
Every 2 minutes,
For Salamene.
a rune is going to appear.
They will
So
fear
every
me.
2 minutes on the 2 minute mark, a rune is going to appear here. So we've got an illusion rune here. It's going to create 3 of me.
Yes.
Let's pause briefly to see what other power I got. Lunar Blessing. It's passive ability, so I don't need to worry about doing anything with it. Increases the damage dealt by attacks from Luna and nearby allied heroes. Also increased range at night. Increased vision range at night. Okay, so that's really going to help me with last hitting, because obviously with the last hit, now gives me a wider range to attack them from. And still get the last damage in there. Now, whether it's me or one of my illusions that does the damage, I'd still get the last hit from it. As long as it's not one of these
Let's
creeps.
go.
So Razor has run off, not seen him since. We should be able to just ignore these creeps and take down the tower now. They're going to attack the illusions instead of me. I'm just going to select myself, move myself away. So they're going to go for the illusions, and we take down the tower, which destroys the Radiant base. So I did really badly with last hits, and last hits are so important in this game because last hits are how you get money, money is how you get items, items are how you power up to defeat the enemy. Part of that was me trying to talk while playing, definitely didn't help, but a lot of it is just the fact that I am, like I say, really bad at games that you actually have to focus on, games that you have to pay attention to all the time. So something like StarCraft. If you ever watch Pro StarCraft, and I recommend it because Pro StarCraft is a fantastic thing to watch. The key thing to watch for with pro players is their APM, or actions per minute. When I'm playing StarCraft, when I'm really focusing on it, I can get an APM of above 30. So that's approximately one action every 2 seconds. That's on average across the game, obviously. If I'm paying attention to if I'm doing micro at any point, then APM will spike. But these guys can keep a consistent APM of over 200, over 300, throughout, maybe even over 400 throughout an entire game, which is absolutely crazy. I do not know how they do that. So this has been a little short introduction to Dota, introduction to me playing Dota. Next episode we're going to go on with Dragon Knight, play that through in full, see how badly I do. A lot more abilities to deal with because I'll get to play a proper game. I'll get access to everything, every item in the shop, all of these abilities. It won't be like the mechanics one where it limits what I can do. So it'll be interesting to see how I fare there. I'm going to guess not as well as I should. Hopefully you'll join me for that next time, and if you do want to see more of this, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Wow, he's a better guard than the rest of them. That's one way of doing it. That's like the Indiana Jones style of doing
Yeah.
it. I approve of that.